It was so, so good. Mic check. Welcome to my channel. This is actually the first time I've done a solo video, so I don't know, it feels a bit weird. Today I'm going to be talking about my top, I don't know if there's going to be 10, there might be a few more because I will probably get carried away and start thinking of more as I go along. First of all, I have this huge list of places to go. So a lot of these come from my big list of food places. It's actually called Restaurants, Bars and Things. So I used to live in Brixton and there was a place called Fish Wings and Things, so my list is named after that. Without further ado, here are my top food places, my ultimate Londoners food guide. Number 1 on my list, Flower and Grape. I've talked about this a lot with a lot of people. You do have to get there when it opens, 5:30, because they don't do bookings. I've been there twice. I don't usually go to the same place more than a few times just because there are so many places to try in London and I almost feel like I kind of always want to try a new thing, but I've been to this place a couple of times and I've gotten the same thing, which is again not something I usually do. I got this monkfish linguine and it was just really, really, really good. So good I got it again. The starters are really good as well. We sat at the bar. I'm not really a creamy pasta kind of person, so I'll always opt for like a sort of tomatoey base or a seafood, spaghetti, fish, linguine kind of situation. Lasagna occasionally. So this was really, really good. I really recommend. Doña. Doña is like a Filipino sharing plates restaurant. It's located in Kingly Court. I went there quite recently and I talked about it in my last video because honestly, I don't know what they put in the sauce. We ordered these prawn and pork dumplings, and they came in this sauce that was just amazing. I don't usually say amazing with food because I mean, you know, like I go out quite a bit. That's like my thing to do. So this is, yeah, I was so impressed. The friend I was with, she was so impressed. We got about 4 or 5 sharing plates. But yeah, I would definitely recommend the dumplings and the bread to dip in the sauce. Everything to dip in that sauce, honestly, was so, 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 so good. Yamamomo. This is actually quite far out for people that don't live in South London. I don't either, well, I did before, but I definitely would say this is worth the trip. I usually dip my sushi in tons and tons of soy sauce. Love a bit of salty soy sauce. But for this particular place, we got this volcano roll and the sauce that it was in, it was like this peanutty, it was just heavenly, to be honest. Again, so much so that I went a couple of times. It's on East Dulwich High Street, which is actually a really nice place to go if you've never been before. I would definitely recommend. This whole list is basically things that are reliably good in my opinion. But yeah, feel free to let me know in the comments if you had a different experience with any of these, or if you have any other recommendations, because I love to try new things. Lemonia or Lemonia, I don't know how to pronounce it. Let me know. So it's basically a Greek restaurant in Primrose Hill. I've been there throughout my lifetime about 5 times, which is a lot for me. I love all types of like beans, that kind of thing, but also vegetarian moussaka was so good for my work Christmas party. Rather than having it in a pub, which is something that like a lot of Brits do, we had it in this Greek restaurant. Lemonia, check it out, or Lemonia. Gordon's Wine Bar. I went there on a date last year. I think it's the oldest wine bar in London. It's a cave-like establishment. So you honestly go in there, it's like you're in a different world. Like you could be anywhere. You could be wine tasting in California to wine tasting in southern France. It transports you. I really like that about restaurants sometimes. It's not just about the food for me, it's about how the place makes you feel, whether it sort of like takes you to a different world almost. So we got the cheese platter, love a bit of manchego, some red wine, just a really, really nice time. Anyway, Falafel Feast. Going out of central London to north. This place is located in Finchley Central. Appreciate the fact that not everybody would want to go to Finchley, but this place is actually really, really, really good. I've had a lot of falafel in my lifetime. I'm kind of like partly Middle Eastern, so hummus is in my blood. that's kind of what it is. The falafel is just really, really soft. You can go to places and sometimes it can be a bit stale, which obviously it means that they haven't made it on site or it's just been out all day. But this, they make it in front of you. I always get all of the sort of toppings. I was gonna say trimmings, but I guess that's not the right thing to say. But yeah, all of the sort of fillings, so the different cabbage, tomato, hummus, tahina. They actually gave me this yellowy sauce. It said amba bamba on it and I was like, what is that? And they said it's just this like mango chutney kind of situation. And I said, well, why don't I try it? They let me try some. It was so, so good. I ate the whole thing. Soft pita bread, would really recommend. Just come to North London, it's great. More so. This is another Italian, I think like the 5th Italian restaurant I've mentioned. I've been there a couple times as well. I got this rigatoni pesto, creamy rigatoni. And again, I'm not really a creamy kind of person in terms of the pasta I would get, but this was so good as well. It was just, yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend. The first time I went, I got this interesting bruschetta as well. It had these peppers on it. So that's just located in St John's Wood area, another sort of North London near kind of Camden, Primrose Hill area. That never disappoints. I'm a huge pasta fan when it comes to Italian food, just like fresh, well-made pasta. So More So is up there. This next one, there's these Australian restaurants around London, Bondi Green, Darcy and May Green, Barbie Green. I could think of about 12 different ones. They do these insane popcorn prawns. I don't know what they do to them, they're just so good. And whenever I go there, I order that at least as a starter. I actually had a birthday there once because I was like, you know what guys, I want you to see and eat and feel what I'm feeling here. Another Italian, sorry, Banconi, if I'm saying that right. Weird backstory, it was around the time that the Queen died that my friend was like, let's go up to London, I want to go to Buckingham Palace. Very obsessed with seeing the Queen and being there around sort of a historical moment or whatever. So he wanted to go up to London. There wasn't really much going on because I think she was in Windsor at the time. I got really hungry and I was like, Banconi is on my list. It's just located off of Trafalgar Square, I think the one we went to, but they're sort of dotted around London. I got this tagliatelle cod dish and liked it so much that I got it again the next time I went. Again, I do not usually do this. It was so good. I also tried the, I think, beef ragu one, but I preferred this cod one, tagliatelle one. Really good. And lastly, I just want to give a shout out to number 50 Cheney, I think it's called. It's just about a 20-minute walk from Sloane Square. I've been there with my mum a few times. It's just this like really beautiful building with like flowers outside of it. And my mum and I went for a roast. And yeah, it was really, really, really good. Yeah, I suppose you can get roasts around a lot of places, but this one stuck out to me, so I'm sharing it with you. And also that area is pretty nice. We also went to a place, this is me saying I'm not gonna stop. There's an Italian restaurant called Vado where I got this nice pizza, but also like for the building, it's right next to the Saatchi Museum, and it's like this round building, and on top in the summer there's always like a DJ playing and stuff, so that is one to go to, not just for the food but also just for like the atmosphere, the summer vibes, that kind of thing. So yeah, that was my top 10 or 12 favourite food places in London. They've ranged from Italian to kind of Middle Eastern. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Thank you for joining me today and have a good rest of your day. Bye.